So, now we've done the training and know what we're supposed to do, what conclusions can we draw about the Thetford accident? Why did it happen? And what could have been done to prevent it?
There are a number of things that could have been done to avoid the accident in mid-Norfolk, and they include some simple provisions to prevent access to the tank in the first place. One of the main ways to manage a confined space is not to go into it, and if you're not going to go into it, then you should take physical measures to prevent that access. And in this particular case, had the hatch involved been fitted with a grille or bars, then the first gentleman who went into the tank couldn't have fallen in. There's an associated issue with that in the sense that he actually climbed up on top of the tank. So not only could he have fallen into the tank, he could have also fallen off the tank. So even if there hadn't been a confined space issue per se, there was certainly an issue with the fact that he could have fallen and knocked his head or suffered serious injury both inside and outside the tank. So the access arrangements in terms of ladders, platforms, guardrails should have been dealt with if they needed access to the top of the tank. Actually, what the company did subsequent to the accident was fit a self-cleaning system to this tank that eliminated the need to go up there at all. So what they did is fit the provision to the bottom of the tank where the sediment could be stirred without any human intervention on the inside or on the top of the tank at all. The second part of managing any confined space is the time when you find that you need to go into it. Under those circumstances, that is a very controlled and ordered process. It starts with a very clear risk assessment that determines who is going to do that work and how they're going to do it. It determines how they're trained, so they're aware of the risks that they're taking when they enter. It makes sure that they can enter and leave safely, and it makes sure that while they're working in there, they've got the equipment that can monitor the atmosphere, that can protect them from the atmosphere, that can purge the atmosphere depending on the circumstances they find themselves in. What they must also have, and this is another clear lesson that comes from this accident, is a plan for when it all goes wrong. It is important that no emergency arrangement relies solely on the emergency services. It is not sufficient to put in a risk assessment that you just dial 999 and wait, because there's no guarantee that the fire service or any other service can attend in sufficiently short time to deal with the emergency. So it's clear that you as the person in charge of that confined space entry need to have properly developed emergency procedures on site which can swing into action straight away. There's only one way to undertake a confined space entry, and that's properly in the way I've described. If you get it wrong, you'll probably die.